Field now. The Oklahoma Force losing time to make this up as they are down 6 runs. Or, excuse me, 5 runs. They are the younger team, so a lot of softball to be learned here, but I'm sure head coach Jeff Coyle would love to see his team make a push. Kennedy Fisher up for Oklahoma. 0-1 count. Out of Lawton MacArthur High School. She's a junior. One of the older players on this Oklahoma Force team. She was one of the players Jeff Coyle told me to look out for in terms of players getting college looks. She's obviously one of the veterans on this Oklahoma squad and someone that her head coach highlighted in our pregame meeting. She chased that one though, and that is the first K for impact this inning.
Now batting number 24, Katie Scott.
And that's a good job getting the first batter to chase on a curveball that was pretty much in the other batter's box. So that's a good sign of her, getting in the hitter's head and getting them to commit early.
You've talked about how impact has dictated the zone today, and right there was a proof. Got the batter to chase and starts the inning off right.
Especially right now when they're down 6-1, you gotta shrink the strike zone a little bit. You can't be chasing pitches out of the zone because you need to get runners on and so we can score them and get them in scoring position.
Do you think Oklahoma as a younger team could start to get desperate and chase and swing more, or do you think that they'll be level-headed going into it?
I think that because they are younger, it's pretty easy to do that. You just start kind of swinging at everything because you're getting anxious. You see that, you're now in the 5th inning and they want to hurry up and get some runs across. And so I think it's pretty easy for them to go ahead and do that. But, as they get older and they start learning, they're going to understand that they have to simplify the game and stay true to their strike zone and not expand it.
That one goes foul for Katie Scott. Even count now. Full count. Good job of not chasing there by Scott. And now she looks to get on base here for Oklahoma, spur some offense. And she'll do exactly that.
Now batting number 12, Alexis Hernandez.
Alexis Hernandez up now for Oklahoma to try to see if they can advance the runner on first. Perhaps get some momentum back for their young squad. She will foul that into the stands. strike there. 1-2 count.
Go, Lex.
Hannah Benavides is the pitcher now for Impact. She's from Deer Park High School, class of 2021. She's undecided.
That's the worst. That's the worst when you get hit and you're in the process of swinging.
They will send her back to the dugout.
I thought I hit her. I don't know what happened.
And now we have
Now batting number 8, Hallie Wilson.
Hallie Wilson up for Oklahoma. It's a 0-1 count. She will try to do her best to advance. Katie Scott, who is on first. Get her young team back on track.
As a hitter, when you have a pitcher attacking both sides of the plate, there's nothing wrong with going up there with a plan. So if you're sitting in or you're sitting away and then committing to it, because then it at least cuts the plate in half. So you're not looking for both sides. You can sit one and then drive it to where it's pitched.
1-2 count now. 2 outs. Runner on first. The infield is playing in. So clearly they're expecting some square up here for Hallie Wilson and some kind of contact to be made as she will swing. And that will be the 3rd out. Impact closer to closing this one out. We are
Opportunity for Oklahoma to take advantage of an Impact team that's kind of laid off the gas pedal a little bit. You know, get some good at-bats in, get runners on, and score them. Because right now, no runs in 3 innings. We got to get something going.
Impact Gold has played together for a few years. That's coming from head coach Carla Newsom. Jeff Coyle told me his squad has only been together for 2 years, and that's how long he's been in charge. And got the vibe that not many kids from his team have gotten college looks, and that is the exact opposite for Impact Gold. Is we get the first strike of the inning. Hannah Benavides. She is starting to throw some heat for Impact. 0-2 count.
She's throwing a curve right now, and it's breaking a pretty good amount. She's had some good control with where she wants it, whether she wants it coming in as like a back door, or if she wants it, whether it's one ball off the plate or more. And that's what a lot of these hitters are swinging at right now, is that curve ball that's looks like it's coming in as a strike and then it's breaking as a ball, and you see them chasing and kind of reaching for it.
Yeah, you made that point, Sierra, earlier, that Impact was controlling the zone, and you see that there as the ball fell, but still got a swing.
Now batting number 20, Katie Christian.
That one's just right down the middle. Katie Christian now for Oklahoma. She faces an 0-1 count. 1 out in the inning. As a young team, do you feel like their head coach is telling them to have a sense of urgency, or does he want them to learn on their own on how to manage a game late?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think as a coach, you want to continue to coach up the young team, so I'm sure he's getting on them, giving them different game plans to see what they can get to work, but at the same time, you also want to let this team develop and work together and figure it out on their own. So it's definitely a mixture of both.
Katie Christian, she faces a 1-2 count. 1 out in the inning. That was a strikeout for Hannah Benedeves. She will get another one. It's 2 Ks for her this inning. After this, Oklahoma only gets 1 more chance to score, so you know there's some tension there in the dugout.
And that's why it's so important to score early and make sure you're taking advantage of those runners when they're getting on and in scoring positions, so that you're not in a tight situation come the 6th and 7th inning.
And that is a base hit for Isha Christian, as she will get greedy and she will get to second. Great job working the bases for her, and I'm sure you like that aggression, being down so much and being late in the game. You got to get your juices flowing for your team.
Yeah, and definitely with her speed, there's no problem with her going first or second on that. I think in that situation, it would have been a closer play if the second baseman would have let the ball go all the way through, but by cutting it, she allows her to slide in safely to second base.
McCarthy takes the first pitch. McCurdy, excuse me. She will square for that one. And that's an error, and that will bring Christian home. Oklahoma force not going away quietly here in the top of the 6th. Let's see if that spurs some offense for the young squad, as they will get Anderson up.
That's a great bunt right there, getting that down on the third base side and forcing the third baseman to have to pick it up and make a quick throw to first. And anytime you have to get a defender to work quickly like that, you know, you're putting them at risk of making that throwing error and rushing the play.
0-1 count now. If you're Benedeves, do you get nervous at all that you just gave up a run, or do you think that she keeps level-headed here? She earns another out, but going in to the last inning as a pitcher, do you feel that she
Yeah, I think she's pretty relaxed right now. She has a pretty good lead, so she can definitely feel confident going into hit right now, because she knows that her team is going to score, and if not, she still has a good 4-run lead, so I don't think she changes anything.
We'll be right back for the bottom of the Coast Stadium USSSA 16U Softball World Championships. We are going to the top of the 7th with Impact Gold looking to put this one away. Defensively, what are you looking at, Sierra? Being a second baseman yourself, what are you looking at for Impact to put this away? What is the mindset for them going into the 7th?
Just making the routine plays. They've been doing a great job all game making those routine outs and helping out their pitcher anytime the ball is put in play, and so they got to continue that here in the 7th to close it out.
Head coach Carla Newsom, she's preached about her infield all day, and they have been spectacular, making play after play And one would expect them to do that again. Close this out and get their team to the third round of the World Championships.
Defense definitely helps win championships. If your defense isn't together, you know, you can score as many runs as you want, but if your defense can't close it out for you, then, you know, they're going to score some more runs and then you're going to continue the battle. So the defense has been huge in this game.
0-1 count. King up now for Oklahoma to see if they can somehow, some way, get themselves back in this game. That pitch a little bit upstairs for Benavides, but she's been working that zone all day, and I'm sure she'll continue to do that to close it out. There she goes, even count.
She's really working that outside half to righties, so this is a good time right now for them to make that adjustment and take that pitch and go to right field with it.
A swing and a miss. That's the first out for Impact, and they're 2 outs away from moving on in this tournament. 16U World Championships. Presley Main up now for Oklahoma. See if she can get anything going for her squad, who is holding on by a thread here at the top of the 7th. And she's chasing. And that's what you would expect from a young squad who's down multiple runs late in the ball game.
Yeah, right now she doesn't have to throw anything near the strike zone, especially with them chasing like that. You can continue to kind of push it, have them chase a little bit more so they're not putting anything good in play.
0-2 count. Benavides out of Deer Park High School. She will try to give Impact their second win of this tournament. Main makes contact, and that one falls, but it will go foul. That one pops up behind the catcher. She couldn't make the play, but that'll keep the count at 1-2. And I'm sure Maine will look to stay aggressive. That one will foul into the stands. No one on base for Oklahoma. On life alert now. Top of the 7th. Maine chased. And now Benavides is 1 out away from sending her team to the 3rd round.
That's a great job by Benavides. She just continues to not throw it too close to the strike zone. Hitters fouling it off, and then she goes ahead and goes low and away and forces her to chase. That's a good job reading the hitter.
Kennedy Fisher. This could be it for the Oklahoma Force. 0-1 count. Benavides tastes blood. This could be it for Impact, as they could advance. Fisher makes contact. We'll foul that one behind her.
Get on top of it.
Benavides working with an 0-2 count. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Impact Gold trying to get to the 3rd round. 1-2. She will send that one to second, and that's it. Impact Gold will move on to the 3rd round of the 16U World Championships here at USSSA Space Coast Stadium.